everyone. Welcome to Podkinz episode 12. Please say hello to my co-host, Mike Webkinz.
Hey, everyone. How's it going, Gennelle?
Not too bad, thank you.
How was your weekend?
It was really fun.
Oh, yeah?
It was really bright and sunny and
so
warm
nice. Yeah.
for once.
I walked my dog in the park and stuff. It was great. He met his first new friend dog.
Did you go to a doggy park?
No, there's not one near my house, unfortunately. But there's tons of people walking their dogs around the area. So you got to socialize with other dogs, and it was really great.
And our listeners got to see Merlin if they checked out Instagram last week, right?
Yep. If you go to Instagram.com/Webkinz, we have a new account, and you can see tons of cool pictures.
Lots of behind-the-scenes stuff and your little Maltese.
And we're also well into summer, and the Berry Festival is on the way.
So yeah, we can watch for floating berries between June 6th and the 15th. Mm-hmm. You can click them to collect them or feed them to your pet for a chance to win a Jumbleberry Fields prize, just like always.
The Berry Festival Challenge is also arriving on June 6th, which has really fun stuff to do.
Yeah, fun tasks, great prizes. Mm-hmm. You got to check it out. Also, we want everyone to watch for new Jumbleberry Fields prizes that are going to be appearing during the Berry Festival as well.
And now, in this episode, we're talking about Amazing World.
Awesome game.
A fun, bright game that's tied into Webkinz in a way that we'll explore later on.
That's right. It's another game by Ganz, and there's really cool ways you can earn prizes to send back to your Webkinz.com account. But it's also just a really funny, bright, awesome game.
Yeah, it's a really great game. You and I have actually done voices for that game.
We have, yes. I had to put on my acting hat.
Yeah. I think I played a knight that was talking about his costume and stuff. It was a lot of fun.
Right. I was a little bear who, for Valentine's Day, was talking to a friend near the fountain.
And you denied him his date request.
I did. It had to be done, I'm telling you. So what are we waiting for? Let's get into the episode.
Let's see what's in our Kinz post today. Last week, we asked you your thoughts on Amazing World. Peaches Whoop-de-Doo emailed us and said, "My favorite part of Amazing World is exploring Spring Bay because I like to find cool places to meet up with my friends, like on top of Cosmo's rocket ship, the puddle under the boardwalk, and around the picnic grounds. I like the cool balloon ride that I got from playing Amazing World on Webkinz. Podkinz is awesome."
Nice.
Peaches sent us a super cute picture of her Zing in Amazing World, so we're going to post that in the article below.
Art Magician wrote, "I have an Amazing World account and have received prizes in my Webkinz World account from it. I think the prizes are bright and colorful, and my favorite is the airship. I have a question, though. In Amazing World, is there a way to stop Queen Vexa? I haven't yet, and I was wondering if updates like that are ever made. Thanks."
We asked the Amazing World team to comment, and they replied, "Well, Queen Vexa has her plans foiled all the time by the Zings.
The problem is that Vexa is so powerful and so determined to take over Spring Bay that she's always coming up with new schemes and evil plots. Can Vexa ever be stopped for good?
Who knows?
Maybe, but right now we don't think the Zings know enough about her to figure out what her weaknesses are, if she has any."
Puppy Dog 9 says, "My favorite thing about AW is that I can win members-only stuff after certain tasks. That's true. You can play Amazing World for free, but you also have the choice to become a member. Once you do, you have access to items that are members only."
That's exciting. To check out more responses from listeners about Amazing World, check out the comment section of Podkinz episode 11. If you want to write to us with questions or suggestions for future Podkinz episodes, be sure to send us an email at podkinz@gans.com or leave us a comment below.
In this segment, we talk to a Ganz staff member about their job. Meet Eric A.W., narrative designer for Amazing World.
Hi, Eric.
Hey,
Hi, everyone. Thanks for having me on the show.
Thanks for being here.
Oh, I'm so excited.
So first off, can you describe your role in creating Amazing World?
Yes. So what I do on Amazing World is I do most of the stories that you see that you play with the characters. So when you click on them and you start going through your daily tasks, I've written most of that dialogue.
Nice.
And I design some of the tasks as well. So the little puzzles you have to solve and the things you have to do to boost your XP level. So those are the two major things that I work on.
Exciting.
So you started on Webkinz though, right?
Yes, I spent about 1.5 years on Webkinz when I first got to it.
Really?
Wow, okay.
So how did that help you when you started doing Amazing World?
Well, on Webkinz, I spent a lot of time doing items. So it was a big help when I got to Amazing World because the store was almost empty when I got there. So they needed lots of ideas for items.
Yeah.
So that was definitely a big help. Also, the last thing I think I did for Webkinz was the very start of Adventure Park. I was helping
wow. That's
Steven.
a long time ago.
Yeah. So we were doing the first quest, and I was helping Steven, who was the senior writer.
Yep.
So that was the first time I really got to write dialogue for a video game. And then in Amazing World, there's tons of dialogue that needs to be written.
Yeah.
So it was a good jumping off point.
The dialogue in Amazing World is always super funny as well.
Oh, thank you.
Do you keep that in mind? You're always looking for a certain tone when you're writing?
Yes. Whenever I'm writing for Amazing World, I like every character to have something really odd and strange about them. So
Interesting.
I was really inspired by Looney Tunes and those type of cartoons growing up.
Yeah.
Where just everyone you see on the show, there's something a little off about them. And that makes it so much more interesting for me.
For sure. Do you have a favorite character?
I think Karma the Chameleon is my favorite character. He's also one of our newest characters. He runs the big wheel. And if you're thinking of odd characters, Karma is probably the strangest in the game.
You're right.
That's really cool. It must be so much fun to try to give characters voices and stuff like that. So, if you're a Webkinz World player, what are some reasons why you would want to go play Amazing World?
Well, I think there's a few main reasons. One of the ones that's pretty exciting is that you can actually link your two accounts.
Right.
Oh.
So when you start playing Amazing World, you can go into our journal, and then you can connect your account to your Webkinz World account. And as you play Amazing World, you'll win prizes that will be sent back automatically to your Webkinz World account, including a really cool airship that your pet can ride around in Webkinz World. I know one of the other things I found really exciting about Amazing World coming from Webkinz is that because decorating is such a great part of Webkinz, in Amazing World we have houses. So you can also decorate the inside outside of your house, but everything is in 3D and you can turn everything and build this really cool little neighborhood for your character.
So when you're running around Amazing World, what's your favorite place to visit?
Oh, my favorite place in Amazing World? I think it's probably down by the boardwalk because I'm always extremely excited when the slime monster shows up because I like to go and shoot the sugar stars at him. And then I love when he turns into a rainbow slime monster at the end and goes back into the ocean. He's just like, oh, he seems really happy.
Right. So for users who might not have played Amazing World yet, basically when you meet the slime monster, it's just one of very many mini games that you can play in the game itself, right?
Yeah, there's tons of stuff going on all the time. That's what's really cool about Amazing World is you can go on really specific quests with the characters, or you can just walk around and see what's going on. Like we have this game where you have to jump on the trampolines and collect rubber chickens, and you can play with everyone around you, and it's really cool. I love doing that game too.
Definitely.
And you guys just added the tag game as well, right?
Yes, we have tag going on in Spring Bay as we speak.
You can play tag with people?
Yes. So you just buy what we call a tag treat from our store.
Okay.
Your character swallows it, and it says it above your head.
Oh
and
my gosh.
Yeah, as soon as you touch another character, they become it. And when the time expires, you get like this wah, wah sound, and that person has lost that game of tag. But then you can just start another one right away, so it never ends.
I think we need that at Webkinz.
I think so too.
Imagine doing that in the park. That'd be so much fun.
That'd be fun.
Great. So now we've heard that because you've worked on Webkinz before, you have a little quiz prepared for us.
Yes.
Should I be worried?
You should be. I didn't think you should be worried, but now I'm starting to think you might be a little worried. I think I might have made the questions too hard.
It's going to be a real test of our talents.
Yes. I'm calling the game Know Your Webkinz, and it's all multiple choice. But don't worry, you'll be able to get help from different lifelines that I've put together.
Oh, nice.
Let's play.
Okay, so we're about to begin the first and perhaps last game of Know Your Webkinz.
Ooh.
So how this is going to work is that I'm going to ask a multiple choice question.
Okay.
I'll ask each of you to write down your answer. But if you don't know, you can use a lifeline. We have 3 lifelines to help you out today. There's the 50-50, where we'll eliminate 2 answers.
Okay.
There's the phone an expert. I'm not going to tell you who the expert is yet, but you'll find out if you use it. And then there's Ask Producer Christian.
Yeah.
What he thinks.
He's ready.
And if you get the answer right with no help at all, you get 5 points.
Wow.
If you get it right using a lifeline, you'll get 3 points.
Exciting.
That's right. And then we'll add it up at the end, and we'll see which of you knows more about Webkinz.
I have a feeling it's going to be Gennelle.
This is the first time that we've competed against each other,
That's
Mike.
true. We're always working together, but now we're against.
Not today.
And of course, for your listeners at home, they can play along, write down your answers at home, and then add up your score. And if you beat Gennelle and Mike, you should really post that in the comments.
Definitely.
Yeah. Okay, so here we go. No Googling at home. Let's begin. Question 1. If you were to adopt a Webkinz St. Bernard, which item would it come with? Is it A,
It's not fair.
a ski lodge fireplace, B, a poolside sunning chair, C, a little lamb bed, or D, a creepy bat cave?
Wow. This is not what I expected.
The answer I was expecting was not in the form.
Same with mine. I thought it was at a police plane.
I don't
wasn't it?
know if that's a good sign or not. Well, it's definitely one of those 4 answers.
I'm gonna use Call Christian.
Gennelle, it looks like you have an answer.
Yes.
Mike, you've decided to use a lifeline.
Yeah, I decided to call Christian.
Okay, let's ask producer Christian.
Help me out, man.
You guys are welcome to talk amongst yourselves and think about what makes sense.
This is all you. I have no idea.
Okay, so it's a St. Bernard.
Yes.
St. Bernards are known for rescue dogs.
Yes.
And I think the closest thing to that would be a ski lodge fireplace.
Oh, I like his logic. Mike, what do you think?
I'm going to have to go with what he said. I like his thinking.
Okay, so you're choosing A.
Yes.
So Gennelle, what is your answer?
I also wrote down A.
Well, you two are going to be very happy to know that you've both gotten the first question right.
Yes!
But I get 3 points because I used a lifeline.
Yes. So Mike gets 3 points. Gennelle gets 5 huge points off the first question.
You win this time, Gennelle.
Okay.
All right. Are you both ready for your second question?
Yes.
Yes.
Which of the following musically gifted pets' favorite food is heavy metal meatballs? Is it A, the rocker's leopard, B, the rocker's lion, C, the rocker's fox, or D, the rocker's horse?
Whew.
I wrote down my answer.
Are you feeling confident?
I think I know this one.
Okay, that's great. So Mike has an answer down. Gennelle, are you going to answer?
I'm not so confident.
Okay,
But, so can I use a 50-50?
of course. So the 2 remaining choices are B, the rocker's lion, and D, the rocker's horse. Mike does not seem
Mike's
happy with the
reaction.
2 remaining choices. So I'm guessing he did not pick one of those 2.
I chose A, the leopard.
So it's either B or D, is that what you
It's
said?
either B or D, a lion or a horse.
I'm going to go with B, a lion.
And you are right.
Yay!
I'm sorry, Mike. Tough. So after 2 questions, Gennelle has jumped out to a huge 8-3 lead. But don't worry, Mike, there's still tons of time
Oh,
left.
I hope so.
Question number 3. Which wintry pet loves to exercise on the frozen tundra treadmill? Is it A, the snowy summit wolf, B, the signature snow leopard, C, the Arctic polar bear, or D, the Arctic fox?
This is tough.
That's really hard.
The questions get tougher as we go along.
Wow.
Yes.
I think we're both a little lost.
I think so too.
Okay.
Should we collectively call our
Our expert?
expert? Yeah.
Yes, let's call the expert. But you both get to call the expert once. So
Right.
you can use it now and still have another chance to do it later. So who wants to call the expert?
As I'm in the lead right now, I will sacrifice.
Oh, that's
Thanks,
so
Gennelle.
generous of you,
Oh,
Gennelle.
yeah.
That's called teamwork.
Okay, so I have a very special surprise for you. Today's expert is creative lead of Webkinz, Michael,
Wow.
who has been working on pets and pet items since before we were born, I think. He's just been doing this forever. So we're going to try and make the call now, and
Okay.
hopefully he answers. He doesn't always answer when I call him, so we'll see. Okay, the phone is ringing as we speak.
Hello?
Hi, Michael?
Eric?
Yes, this is Eric A.W. calling you from the set of Know Your Webkinz.
Awesome. I was waiting for your call.
Excellent. We have Gennelle here, who has used one of her lifelines, decided to call you to get your input on a very difficult question.
I hope I can help. Hey, Gennelle.
Hi.
Okay, are you ready to hear the question, Michael?
I'm ready.
Which wintry pet loves to exercise on the frozen tundra treadmill? Is it A, the snowy summit wolf, B, the signature snow leopard, C, the Arctic polar bear, or D, the Arctic fox? You're welcome to discuss it with Gennelle.
Okay, I don't think it's number 1, and I know it's not the polar bear,
Could you tell us why you know it's not the Arctic polar bear?
because I'm pretty sure that the polar bear had a kind of a swimming thing for it. And it's not the snow leopard because we would have done something a little bit fancier for the snow leopard, so that leaves what, the fox, is it?
A fox and a wolf. The snowy summit wolf and the Arctic fox.
I think the wolf comes with some sort of clip, so I don't know, Gennelle, but I'm pretty sure that it's the fox. That would be my answer.
Wow, such excellent reasoning. So
Yes.
thank you, Michael. We're going to hang up now, but please don't go far because we still have one more lifeline yet, so you may get called again.
Okay, so I think after listening to Michael, I really only have one choice.
I haven't written down my answer yet.
Okay.
But after listening to Michael, I don't think he's right.
You don't think Michael's right? Interesting. So, okay.
I wrote down something different.
So both of you write down your answers and let me know when you're done.
Yep, I'm done.
Done.
Okay. So Gennelle, what did you put down?
I put down D.
The Arctic fox, sticking with Michael's suggestion.
Yes.
And Mike, you did not think that was right. What
Nope.
did you put?
I put B, the leopard.
Okay. So Michael, the creative lead of Webkinz, said Arctic fox. And he was absolutely correct.
No!
It is Arctic fox,
Why did I doubt him?
giving Gennelle another 3 points.
Thanks, Michael.
And Mike Webkinz has learned that you should always listen to your boss and stick with what he says. Okay, so a quick score update. After 3 questions, Gennelle has 11.
Yes.
And Mike has 3. So question 4. The big top elephant comes with which circus-style item?
Oh, no.
They already do not like the question.
I'm rolling my eyes.
Is it A, a trapeze trampoline, B, a master of ceremonies couch, C, a 3-ring swing, or D, a big top trunk? Now, you both have lifelines remaining, or you can answer now and try and go for 5 points.
I'm going to answer no.
Okay, Mike is answering.
Too. I think I might know this.
Oh, interesting. Okay. So you've both got your answer written down?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay, Mike, we'll start with you this time. What did you have?
I chose D, the trunk.
The big top trunk.
Yeah.
And Gennelle, you had?
I chose C.
3-ring swing?
Yes.
Okay, so what was interesting about this question is it was actually kind of a trick.
Oh, great.
Because only one of these items is real.
Okay.
The other 3 I made up. And Gennelle got it. It was C, 3-ring swing. And Mike chose the non-existent big top
I
trunk.
chose it because it was a trunk, like an elephant trunk, and I thought I was so right.
See, but because you used to do the items, like, they actually make sense.
Yeah, so that I was able to come up with some false choices for you. Okay, so Mike, you're welcome to continue playing, but I don't think you can catch up mathematically at this point.
What are the scores again?
The scores are now 16-3 for Gennelle.
This is going so much better
Yes.
than I could have expected.
But Gennelle, you got to keep trying because there are people at home
Right.
who might have even better scores than you.
That's
And
true,
you've got
yeah.
to own it for Webkinz.
Okay.
I'm going to continue because I don't want to have the worst score out of everyone listening.
Very true. Yes.
I got to get a few
You're
more
playing
points.
for pride.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Playing for my
Our
job.
final question
All right.
is all about dragons.
Yes.
Which of the following Webkinz dragons comes with a treasure throne? Is it A, the Glitzy Dragon, B, the Emperor Dragon, C, the Whimsy Dragon, or D, the Luck Dragon?
Ooh.
Both of you still have lifelines remaining.
I think I know what it is,
Okay.
but I'm not going to risk it. So
No.
I think I'm going to call the expert again.
Okay, we are calling the expert, but
Wait.
first, Gennelle, do you want to answer?
I also want to hear what my class is.
Okay, so we are going to try and get Michael, the creative lead of Webkinz, on the phone again.
Hello?
Hi, Michael. This is Eric A.W. calling again.
Oh my gosh, again.
Again, we're on the final question of Know Your Webkinz Pets, and Gennelle is running away with it. But we want Mike to finish strong, and he has decided to call you, because I think this time he wants to use your expertise. So here's the question. Which of the following Webkinz dragons comes with a treasure throne? Is it A, the Glitzy Dragon, B, the Emperor Dragon, C, the Whimsy Dragon, or D, the Luck Dragon? You guys have a bit of time to talk it over amongst yourselves.
Actually, this one, I'm pretty confident. I would say 99.99% the Emperor Dragon. That's my answer.
Michael has said the Emperor Dragon. We're going to thank him now and hang up the phone, and it will be up to Mike and Gennelle to decide what they want to do. He said 99% sure the Emperor Dragon.
That was my choice as well. So I'm also confident that it's the Emperor Dragon.
Yeah, I'm going to trust my boss again.
Okay, so you have both decided to stick with Michael's suggestion of B, the Emperor Dragon. Now, once again, Michael is the creative lead of Webkinz. He knows more about pets than probably anyone on Earth.
Right.
And let's see if he was correct. The answer to which Webkinz dragon comes with a treasure throne is... Oh, it's C, the
What?
Whimsy Dragon.
No way.
Wow. So I guess everybody has things they could learn about Webkinz. It's impossible to know it all. And I think
guess.
Really?
yeah. Wow, Whimsy Dragon comes out of nowhere with the treasure throne.
Interesting.
So that means the final score
This is not good.
is Gennelle 16 and Mike with a very honorable 3.
Yay!
Show of
Thanks,
applause for
guys.
Mike. And again, if you're playing at home, please post your scores in the comments. I'm sure we're all very interested to see how you did, especially if you managed to beat one of our hosts. And then we can decide how easy or tough the question should be for next time.
Exactly. Eric, thank you so much for hosting.
Yeah, that was a ton of fun.
No problem. I had a great time.
And kids, remember to study for your tests.
Yes.
When we're not playing Webkinz, you'll often find us playing Amazing World. It's such a colorful and funny place.
I know. Where else will you find cuddly bears trying to defeat a slime monster or a kooky chameleon that keeps giving you prizes?
Speaking of games, our next episode is going to be all about Webkinz on mobile.
Nice.
We get tons of questions about the different ways you can play Webkinz on your mobile devices, like phones and tablets.
Here are our questions for you. Where's your favorite place to play the Webkinz mobile app? At home or on the way to school or sports practice, maybe?
What do you like to do most in the app? Is it shopping, dressing your pet, or playing some of our games?
We'd love to hear your thoughts. Leave us a comment in the section below or email us at podkinz@gans.com. Bye.
See ya!